Alright, so today we're going to do a 2018 football product, and this is one that dropped, I think, in April. And I was able to pick some of these boxes up for what I thought was a fair price. So it's Elite 18 draft picks, so a lot of people don't like the draft picks concept. The one caveat or downside to me is it's got a huge checklist, so you're bound to pull some practice squatters and players not really on a team, so that's a drawback. Although you do get 5 hits, the quality I don't think is there compared to other products, but there are a lot of base rookie cards, which I'm a fan of. And then there's some parallels, which don't really hold much value. If you ever check like Elite 16 and 17 draft picks, the numbered parallels of vets and stuff, they don't really have much of a following. That's just what I've seen. So there are only 5 packs, so I'll just break this one, and you guys can tell me your thoughts on the product. It's not the most expensive product, but it's not cheap either. So the first 2 or 3 cards are usually base in this product. So there's a Brady, Michigan, kind of neat. And then the hit. So I won't know all these players for sure. Janarian Grant from Rutgers. So that's to 99, kind of like a status red or purple. So that's the first hit. I'll just make one big stack. There's a primary color, Saquon Barkley. That's a neat little insert. And then here's some of just the base rookie cards. So John Kelly, I'm not going to name every player, but you guys get the hint with these. There's a Josh Rosen, and something else they did on these is the base ones will not have a V, but the variation ones will. And I don't know where I read that. I think I saw it on Cardboard Connection. So if you look on the back, you will come across some that have the V's. So this Josh Allen has that V right there above the NFLPA and the college logo. So this is the variation. But I will note too that the variations come at about the same rate as the bases, so it's just like a different picture. It's not really that rare at all. So that's something to keep in mind if you do bust this product. I don't think it's the best product at all, but I don't think it's the worst either. It's somewhere in the middle to me. I mean, I'll bust a few, but that's probably it. Here's a status Dez. So this is like a Dez parallel to 99. What's this card worth? Probably $1. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Here's a Rondé, and I think that's to 25. So, I mean, there's probably a Badger fan out there that would want this, or a New York Giants fan. And then the second hit is a, looks like a lineman, Billy Price for the Buckeyes. So I'm sure Buckeyes fans knows who this is. I'm not sure. So this is an Elite Series Saquon, and then another Saquon. Is that the same picture? Yeah. They really did a good job there. This is the base one because there's no V. So, I mean, this is a player I'd definitely think about slabbing, Barkley. And then some more rookies here. So there's Bo Scarborough. I think he was the Cowboys pick. And Rashad Penny went to Seattle. So I know some of these players' teams. I didn't really follow the draft as closely as I have in recent years. And that's mainly because I've just been so into baseball. Even though the Royals have been out of it since like the first game. And then here's some more cards here. So we got Marcus Allen. Status red to 49 die cut. Here's a Deonta Foreman to 99. So I mean, those parallels don't really have much value at all. They are neat looking though. Dante Pettis, this is to 49. So, and I'm honestly not a huge fan of the hits either. I don't think they look that great. I think if they just signed, like if they had this design and had these signed, it'd look better. That's just my opinion. So there's a Baker Mayfield base. And then Josh Rosen, I think that's the variation. Yeah, the variation of his. There's Ronald Jones, and there's a Barkley variation. So I think we've pulled a bunch of Barkleys already. They are just like the basic Barkleys. It's not like I'm pulling valuable or rare ones, but they are cards I would definitely consider slab cans. Nyheim Hines, and then the next hit is Chase Edmonds. I think he was he? I'm thinking of the linebacker that went in the top 15. This guy's probably a practice squatter, right? And that one's blue to 30, so pretty low print on that. D.D. Westbrook and Baker Mayfield. And there's Pettis, Mason Rudolph. There's another Josh Allen, so he's a player I'll definitely won't be collecting. I don't think he has an NFL future. Baker Mayfield, I mean, he obviously has a future because he will get some snaps, but I don't think he'll ever be like an impact player. But it is hard to tell with quarterbacks. Sometimes you can just see a bus coming from a mile away. Breeze, just the last hit. No, this is a status red to 49 of Troy Fumagalli. And then Rasheem Green, so that one's a 75. So, I mean, you guys can see the checklist is huge. So You'd have to bust a bunch of this to hit something nice, probably. But you get a ton of these base rookies, so I will put a bunch of these in the store and try to mark down some of the lower tier rookies to about 50 cents a card. I might be not doing the top rated thing anymore just because there's not much incentive to. So that way I could drop the shipping to 50 cents on a lot of items and I could ship out in a plain white. I don't know how that'll go over, but it's something I've thought about. That's it.